Hey everyone, New England Gardening here. Today's Saturday, June 30th. It's hard to believe it's the last day of June. It's going to be a hot one today. I've got my summer haircut and I thought I'd get out here early before these peas get stressed by the hot sun. And it's going to be like 95 today in the shade. So thought this was a good time to pick the peas. They're not putting out many flowers. And these are Oregon Giants. And rightfully named. Look at the size of these peas. And these are just so crisp and tender. I just can't help snacking on them when I'm out in the garden here. Even on a hot day, in the middle of the day I tried these and they were just great. So these are Oregon Giant. I can put this bed to better use now. Peas are interesting in that they can take nitrogen out of the air and they affix it to their roots. So in essence, they help fertilize the soil. So I'm just going to cut these off at the base and leave the roots in the soil and put that nitrogen to use and put a different crop in here, maybe my watermelons or my cantaloupe or some more tomato plants. But yeah, let's get to picking these peas and enjoying them and put this bed to better use. Wow, that's good.
So you can see here, these plants are just loaded with peas. Now I was wondering when you know that it's the plants are at the end of their life cycle and it's time to pick peas, but I think it has to do mostly with the temperatures. Peas are a nice, a cool weather crop. They really like the cool weather, and they really haven't been putting out a lot of flowers now that we have these hot days. And the peas, even though they're still crisp, the more mature ones are getting sort of fibrous along the edges, but they're still tender enough to eat without having to cook. Or, I mean, you can peel that off, but it's still tender enough to eat. So let's get to harvesting these peas, and I'm curious to see exactly how many we're going to get out of this bunch here. I've got two other crops in the back here, but they're a shelling variety, so I think I can let them stay on a little bit longer. These here you actually do not eat. The pods here just become too fibrous to chew on, but the peas are developing inside, and so you'll split these open and harvest the peas. But right now I'm going to harvest these Oregon Giants, and it looks like I'm going to have a lot. So I've got one side done. You know, it's funny, these peas are so thick I didn't notice, or I couldn't see that my blackberries are coming up through this raised bed. I thought I had dug up all the roots, but evidently not. There's still some blackberry roots underneath, and they're putting up their shoots, so I'm going to have to do some maintenance to this raised bed here. Make sure I get the rest of these blackberries out, or they're going to take over. But let me get on the second half of this, because the sun's starting to shine on this area here, and it's starting to get hot. It's going to be a hot one today.
So I had to get a second container. I had so many peas. Not bad for a 3x6 raised bed. So remember, eat your peas. It won't be difficult if it's Oregon Giant. This is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching. I wonder if I can make an Oregon Giant pea omelet.